Oh, shit. Ah.
Ruh-roh, Raggy! We've made a terrible mistake. I... Well...
Let's see who's in chat I can talk to. I don't think anyone.
Yeah. I hope people listening, just somebody dodge and then leave game and we'll remake. All you gotta do is
My
just
bad.
leave. It's not gonna destroy you or anything like that. Right? It's not gonna punch you in the face in the middle of the night. There you go. Good job.
Okay.
Thank you, I'm the Fresh.
I'll set up another game here. So everyone just leave that lobby. Fuck, I thought I changed it. My bad.
You're good. Don't worry.
Same information. Bronze Boot Camp, Game 3.
Also, should be noted, guys, if you have already competed in one of the games today, please let new people jump in.
Yes.
We want the new peoples to jump in here so everyone can kind of get their own little personalized lesson here in Bronze Boot Camp. We want to make sure everyone learns something. And don't worry, you guys can listen in as well at twitch.tv/tforce podcast. So you guys can just kind of listen in and just see stuff on sort of like on the bird's eye view.
Yeah.
And look at the game without playing it. It's really helpful.
And with that, we've had lots of good information and tips coming in from chat that we try to incorporate into the cast so people can hear. So, you can come in, point out some things like, hey, I main this champion. Let me tell you something interesting about them. DeClaude comes by often and does that, especially if someone's playing Scion.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
Okay. OmniFresh. He was in the other game, too, so that's okay.
Yeah. You
And we have
want to
some
join
new
me?
people.
You wanna join me
Yeah,
in
I should probably do that. Yep.
in my magic seat?
Ugh.
Yeah. Hello.
If Phil should be able to get it. Oh.
Yeah, guys, if you've already been in a game today, please let other people jump in here. Please, please, please. I greatly appreciate it, and don't worry, we'll do this next week. There's sign-ups and everything. You'll have your chance.
Okay, guys, on Twitch, if you are looking for a way to get in here, we are here. The game is called Bronze Boot Camp. Password is TForce. Yeah, just make sure you show private games under custom.
There you go. There's Keyboard Cat. I hope he plays this off well today.
Did Phil get in?
I don't see him.
Okay. X6.
I know the Exorcist was in the last game. Tattooed Oni's been in a game.
And so is Keyboard Cat.
Was Keyboard Cat in the last game?
I think so. Let me see.
I don't think Keyboard Cat was.
No, he wasn't. Never mind. Yeah, he's good. Okay. Oh, if you were in the first, then
And then you're good.
yeah. I mean, we make this sign up. I've noticed a lot of people sign up for more than one.
Yeah.
Don't sign up for the one that you want. Man. Yeah, there's multiple people in that list that signed up for like all three games.
Yeah, just we're opening up the slots. I mean, we're doing what we can. We want to make sure that we've got people in ready to play the game, and we're making sure we're getting as many new people in as possible. Yeah. Sometimes the balance gets a little difficult.
Yeah. Okay, I think we're just gonna have to start here. Unless there's anyone new out there that wants to.
I'm looking. I'm not seeing anybody.
Okay. Yeah, there's no good way to enforce if you guys are in comms or not. We just ask that please, you come here for a learning opportunity. If you just, we want to make this as even and as close to solo queue,
as
possible.
So here's the breakdown on why we don't want voice comms. 90% of the time, and I'm going to even say a little bit higher, you're not really going to be in a situation where you're talking with somebody else in solo queue. Yes, you can have a dual queue partner, but that's 2 of the 5 people that are currently in communication with one another. What I really want to focus on is the fact that you guys have a chat you can communicate with. You have smart ping. Yep. Having voice comms does make things easier. Don't get me wrong. It absolutely makes things a lot easier. But unfortunately, you're not learning the finer points on when you take that information in solo queue. Arguably, there is curse voice, but of all the solo queue games I've played, nobody really just says, yo, here's my curse voice, jump in. A lot of people don't want to do that, and a lot of people can't do that for various reasons. So what you need to rely on is communication with the tools that you have in your hands. If you're using voice comms to set up lots of really good plays, well, it's organized and it's great, and I appreciate it when I see it. That's not what Bronze Bootcamp's about. It's about using the tools that you have at your disposal in a solo queue environment here. And we can take that information and give you guys little points and tips to be able to pull that off without having voice communication. So, yeah, you can use voice comms and you might be better, but ultimately you're like on a bicycle with training wheels. Yeah, you're riding the bike, but you're not really looking cool while you're doing it.
Yeah, we just want to make it as close to solo queue so you guys are getting the most relevant information as possible. But, guys, this is Bronze Bootcamp Game 3. Thanks for sticking with us. If you signed up and you didn't get in, I'm sorry. I invited everyone. The sign-up list does close at 9 o'clock this morning. So make sure we have the sign-up list starting like Tuesday night. So you can head on over to Trinity Force, www.trinityforcepodcast.com. The sign-up list is right at the top of the page. You can click a link to go to it. Pick one game that you really want to play in, and we'll make sure that if you sign up on that list by Saturday at 9 a.m., you will get into a game, or we will at least try to invite you, and it's your responsibility to accept that invite. But let's talk about Bronze Bootcamp here. This is a game mode designed by the T-Force Network to help you improve in League. And like I was saying before, go to the website. You can check out all the different stuff there. Besides the links, you can check out all the great podcasts there as well. Let's talk about picks and bans.
Pretty standard bans. Once again, red team said no to 3 assassins. Blue team said no junglers and Blitzcrank. So there's a lot of priority there. And when you look at a pick and ban phase sometimes too in solo queue, you're seeing that there's 3 assassin bans. You might more than likely see a first pick mid laner who just doesn't want to deal with those assassins. So we'll see what Gibbo picks. Sometimes a lot with the pick and ban phase. You want to ban champions that are not necessarily like. It's good to ban champions that you don't play well against. Like if you're a Ryze main and you don't want to deal with the random Mundo top, you can ban a Mundo and then pick Ryze later, and people are like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But you are robbing a ban for your team where like opportunities open up, like maybe that random Nidalee Smurf showed up. Uh-oh, that's bad. So, the bans are fine. Like I'm never gonna frown at a Katarina Arya and a Kale ban. Oh, we're going to see Nasus. Okay.
That's interesting. Like if you got first pick Nasus, you got the potential to ban out like at least one person that really hard counters Nasus, like a Riven. And yeah, there you go. Because that's just gonna be that's like the obvious counter pick to a Nasus top to try to shut him down early. Like it. I mean, obviously, not everyone that picks that Riven is going to know how to effectively play her into that Nasus. But still, like, I don't know about banning all three, like Katarina, Ari, and Akali, when you could either help yourself out or help other people in the team with bans that focus outside of the mid lane.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, Annie being locked in, Scion, and Lux so far. We'll have to see where these people are going. It'll most likely be that Lux in mid lane and Annie support.
More than likely. Annie's a pretty decent support. There's a lot of burst potential there, especially with a Jinx. A good Tibbers followed by Chompers, Zap, and a giant rocket to the face could mean just some pretty easy kills. So whatever you're picking, blue team bot lane, kind of understand that they have really strong burst potential level 6. Annie's weakness is levels 1 through 3, where she doesn't have the full amount of damage in her kit just yet to really trade effectively. So try and poke her out then and initiate your sort of lane dominance there. Mm-hmm. Let's see what they get, though. That's what I want to see, is who they're going to pick in this. Okay.
Maybe some confusion here.
Oh.
So, I don't think... 80 carries don't work too well in the top lane. Or, where were they?
Bottom lane.
Oh, yeah, so that's both bottom lane.
Yeah, I think so, unless Lux is, like, super secret OP support in this matchup.
Yeah. I think there's just a little confusion of who's going where, who's doing what. So, I don't know. In this situation, do you normally go pick order?
Yeah. Normally go pick order. Is usually what would win over. But it looks like they're figuring it out. There's a lot of times in solo queue that you're going to get pushed into a role that you're not necessarily comfortable with or don't want to do. You're going to get a crash course in support if you don't normally support Wygants. And don't worry, we'll walk you through it. It's pretty straightforward. Ward, good job. You have completed step 1 in being a good support.
Yeah. There's a lot about support. I've read a book about playing support, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a challenger tier support player wrote a book about playing support.
Interesting.
Yes, he actually outlines a lot of good information about playing support. I'd recommend reading it. I'm trying to remember his name. I'm so sorry. Psychonaut is the name of the author.
Okay.
Yeah, and so it's a really good role to learn, because it's one of those roles kind of like jungle where not everyone wants to play it, and if you know it well enough, you can normally play it better than the person on the other team that's going to be playing that support. Mm-hmm. And supports win lane, honestly.
Yeah, the early levels, it's all about what marksman early level needs to get that shot for level 2, but the support defines the tempo and how the pressure's applied in that lane. If you've got a support that's more dominant, is able to trade effectively in a 2v2 situation, your lane is going to win by default, whether or not your marksman applies the pressure as well. So if you're support and you have that presence of mind and that pressure to trade effectively and cause a lot of opportunities for your marksman, that's what wins your lane. It is not whether or not Twitch was picked into Jinx or if they picked Sivir into Caitlyn. It's a matter of you're a support, how are you in control of this lane? Because early levels, this is your lane. Make no mistake, early level support, this is your lane. Own it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, so let's do a rundown of. Okay, we'll talk about that in a sec. Rundown of the matchups here. Top lane, Nasus versus Riven.
Riven. So in short, Riven is going to beat up Nasus, and Nasus is going to have to get items to outscale Riven.
Should, anyways. I don't know. Like, this negative galaxy may just be picking Riven because they know that Riven is a counter to Nasus. That being said, you do need to learn how to play Riven. She is one of those characters that just playing her does not work into Nasus. You really have to work on applying effective pressure, comboing your skills, canceling animations to maximize your damage potential, and harass Nasus to the point where he's not able to farm and stack as well.
What you're gonna want to do, like, there's two sort of, like, I guess, win mechanics here. For Riven's win mechanics, to deny as much farm to Nasus as possible, keep him behind in farming his Q, and trying to get kills whenever possible. You took Ignite, you're looking to get kills. If you don't get kills with Ignite, you have effectively wasted a summer spell in this lane. Nasus, you're going to need to let that wave push. If Riven's shoving it into you, farm under tower, and just wait out the storm. Get some stacks, get ready, and once you get some itemizations and you're able to wither Riven and able to actually fight her one-on-one, or get some backup from your mid lane or a jungler, that's when you want to make your move. So Nasus, you got to play that lane smart, farm Q as much as you can, and roll with it.
Oh, the land spot is revolting. Oh, man.
Oh, the bot's like, no.
Trivia Star League is Lansley. You're not allowed to run trivia. What? I created you.
I made you. It's because sentient. It's gonna bust out Dota trivia. You're like, no.
Yeah. Okay. So apparently the Riven is silver 4. Sorry, I didn't see that going in. But honestly, it shouldn't be a problem. Like, the difference in most matchups between silver and bronze is kind of negligible.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, like, it's only a couple points that hold back people in bronze from being in silver.
Mm-hmm. So
I wouldn't get too worked out. Like, the person's not gonna just carry just because they're silver 4. So mid lane here we have
I have crashed from Link once again.
Oh, come on.
Xerath versus Lux.
Xerath Lux, okay. So I did see Xerath did take heal in this lane, and I think Barrier could have been a better choice. Just because Lux does have a lot of burst, plus the Ignite. So you're going to be able to negate more of her damage. And you should be able to use all of Barrier. Barrier still has more health total than what you'd be getting from the heal. Yes, heal gives you that speed boost plus permanent health, but because you're using it as more of a defensive stat anyways, you should be able to use almost all of Barrier.
Yeah. Should be a fun matchup. Both very long range mage.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you back in?
Yep, I'm loading in right now.
Okay, so that leaves us Annie and Jinx versus Thresh and Twitch. Man, I have not seen Twitch in a long time. So I'm trying to think how this lane would work out. They don't have a range advantage versus the Annie and Jinx. Level 2 hits. Okay, yeah. When level 2 hits, it's going to be really tough for them because, yes, Thresh does hit a higher point, but Twitch really doesn't in terms of his power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I almost think an Annie in this particular lane matchup. Exhaust is really good. I almost wonder what Ignite would have done in this lane in terms of kill pressure.
Yeah, in terms of kill pressure, would have been better, but then you get it. If that Riven does become a problem, the exhaust is, very good. And that's why I'm fine with Annie. Because you gotta, Days touched on it, I think, in one of the podcasts here. But Besides your own pressure in lane, you have to think, is there going to be a hyper carry or an assassin that's going to unload a lot of damage that I need to worry about? So if you have an assassin in the mid lane or top lane, like Riven, like AP Fizz, like Zed, like Katarina, all those people, if you're able to shut them down with your exhaust, that is much better than usually the lane advantage that you would have gotten by taking the Ignite in lane. Okay, so Annie already does have her stun charged up.
Yeah, kind of important to do when you have a champion that has like sort of a charge ability, whether it's Sona's passive, Annie's passive. Try and get that charged up before you head out in the lane.
Damn.
Yeah.
I almost got the trivia question right. I knew it. Because Teemo is exactly 100 units. That's why they measure things in Teemos. Yeah.
Yay!
Okay, anyways. Okay, so item starts. Riven going the longsword start. Nasus, I think that's definitely a good start. The other obvious one you could have done is cloth armor in 4 pots and then probably 1 mana pot. I don't know which one's better, honestly. I think the cloth 5 would have done you better. Just because you do have your passive, which makes that combos with that to make it a little more effective. And I don't know. Yeah, they're both good defensive starts. I'll say that.
Yeah. Let's see how this plays out. I think Riven's just going to get the early shove because she can just do that. Like, this is going to be just one of those situations where just you got to let the lane shove and you just got to wait it out.
Yeah. I mean, it's good when you're playing against the Nasus. Sorry. You want to be shoving him up to his turret, so it's much harder for him to be farming.
Right. And if you're Nasus in the situation, you might want to think about putting points into E just so you can keep up with CS. Stacking Q is really important, but getting gold to get items to fight Riven's also really important.
Yeah. If you already have full mana too, I'd be blowing your health potions before you started blowing your flask charges, because you will be needing that mana.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, that lane's not going to get any easier for a little while.
No. But I mean, you are going to need to get that frozen heart right off the bat. That is just a necessity here in this lane. Okay, so mid lane. Let's check out mid lane here a little bit. Pretty much even CS when same starting items. Remember, as Xerath, you want to be trying to auto-attack as soon as your passive does come up. If it's on a champion, great. If not, it doesn't matter. You want to be trying to get as much mana back as possible so you can Q harass in lane more. Yeah, because, I mean, like, with that passive, if you're using it effectively, you almost don't need the extra mana regen from items.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever talked about the junglers. They're both
kind
of odd, especially the York jungle.
Which, yeah, York
makes sense.
It's incredibly interesting. Although he's doing fine so far. I don't think he's had any issues. I don't think he's backed yet. No, he hasn't backed yet, and he's actually very healthy after his clear and is able to gank this lane. There's the jump in. Oh, this could be a bad time for Riven. Might have to burn flash. Nope, maybe not.
York doesn't have flash of his own, so.
No. But good gank. You definitely force Riven to rethink about playing aggressive there in the future. Now's a good time to back and pick up your jungling item. Oh, that's.
Oh, boy.
Very, very. This is you. Your guys are playing with fire here. Heal is down. You have to respect the fact that. Both sides have to respect the fact that kill potential is big on each side.
Annie already did use her flash to try to engage on the Twitch. Burned heal. If Thresh has Flash up, I would almost Flash Flay into their team.
Yeah,
like,
I would just... You could also just walk at these guys now, Thresh. You're still fairly healthy. You got a coin. Oh,
yeah.
Watch that. Yeah, you kind of want to be a body blocker for Twitch at this point. He's trying to farm up this wave and get a level. There you go. Just be a big body. Just be there with health. Like, your health bar is your biggest threat ever. Maybe some flay practice will help you out, but yeah. But yeah, just stand there. Just be huge. Because Annie can't burst you, and Jinx isn't really in a situation where she can actually walk at you. And if Annie's burning her mana pool to trade health with you, then that's fine. So just stand there.
Yeah, I know it's like a point of contention about Thresh, but in this lane especially, I think Relic Shield would have been a better choice. Just because you know you're going up against that Annie, so a little bit more tankier stats for yourself and some healing for your AD carry is better than the passive health and mana regen that you're going to be getting from the coin.
Yeah, this is a point where the wave's starting to shove. Time to base and get some items. If you're Twitch.
Yeah, don't keep shoving this.
Yeah, and like save your hooks, Thresh, for now. Like right now, this is gonna Twitch. You're playing a little aggressive. Be careful, and he can stun you. And if you do get stunned, this could be really bad.
Yep.
Okay, especially now that that's on cooldown. This could be dangerous. York's a little low in level. Lux kind of just ran up to Xerath and just pressed buttons, and Sion's like, I gotta get this ward, though. Communication is really important, smart ping. If Lux says, let's just go in, don't worry about the pink ward. You know it's there. Just pick the fight. Ooh, they're taking a lot of poke.
Okay. Oh, great Lantern. Great job. You didn't panic. You didn't. Okay. Shoot, I didn't see that engage. Did she already use Wind Slash?
Yeah, she already burned it.
The active on it? Okay. I'll have to watch Riven a little bit more here, because there's a lot of like intricacies for Riven that really can separate like a Riven player from a good Riven player.
It's a lot about weaving in auto attacks with your spell uses, getting the most of your passive.
Yeah.
Oh, Jinx. Good stun from Annie. The exhaust might not have been absolutely necessary, but now here's the roll. But yeah, this is a lane where both marksmen are fairly low, and if you're either Thresh and Annie, you got to start enforcing your presence this lane. Annie, you're level 6. You have the ability to do stuff. See, look, Thresh is just walking at you. Deal with Thresh. Deal with Thresh.
They do have the Dragon Pit warded. It's a mistake for York not to have any sort of
vision clear.
Yeah.
But ults just got burned. Twitch just burned his ultimate. But deal with the threat on the table. If Thresh is just walking at the enemy team, you got to deal with him. York's in trouble. He's not even level 6. Yep, that's what happens when you're trying to pick a fight with a Dragoon with no vision removal.
Yep. That was, yeah, just, it's possible for York to do it once he hits 6, but if you don't have any vision control on that area, you know that they're not around that area and they don't have it warded, and that's the only time you could really do it by yourself.
Alright. So we see both mid laners pick up a Fiendish Codex early. I'm okay with it on Xerath, because Xerath does have that mana regen on his passive. Lux, well, she has blue buff, never mind. I didn't see the blue buff, so that's okay for her to just be like, yeah, I'll just grab that.
Yep. And Twitch went back first by Azeel. In this lane especially, Blade of the Ruined King is going to be really good. Not only because it works well with his kit, but also because with the Annie you're taking a lot of harass, and you're going to be able to heal that back up. If you have the like Bilge Water Cutlass. Just overall attack speed is not like a first item that really any AD carry gets. It's the damage in lane that, like, either from a blade or something. Okay.
Nah, that's gonna be a dead Nasus.
Yep.
Okay, well, you didn't need to burn flash, you were dead. Another big point here is if you're low on mana, you can't cast spells, and that was Riven's basically cue to go in.
Mm-hmm.
What you're also doing is you're shoving the wave with your E quite hard, and when you're playing in a situation where you really don't want to fight a champion, farming under tower as much as you can is something you want to do.
Nope.
Okay, so Jinx is playing way too aggressive. Well, Annie's going to be able to get her son off. Exhaust is going to go down. Okay. Got to mind the Tibbers burn, though.
You might as well just burn your ult here and get the dragon easy.
And then there's the flash.
And that's how it works. Go ahead, sorry.
Spoiler alert, Annie's actually the big threat in this bot lane, not Jinx.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, Annie just told Twitch, no, you don't get to do anything. Is that cool? And kind of just destroyed him in one fell swoop. And a lot of that trade was facilitated because Twitch only had a Zeal. You kind of want to get like a BF sword. You want damage. You want, or Blade of the Ruin King. You want the damages. Zeal's a step in the right direction, just a little too early on. Good Dragon Secure. But now he's in trouble.
I don't know why, like I said before, it would have been better to use your ulti at the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
It can also tank for you. It doubles your damage. Same thing with, like, that's why Shaco does that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Servant here, Last Whisper is not the most effective for armor penetration. I want to see how much armor does he have.
He's got a word.
Oh, he is 107. So actually, yeah, right now it is. Never mind.
Yeah.
100 armor is the break point at which Last Whisper becomes the most effective for armor penetration.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it actually is fine here.
Yeah, so if you're Nasus too, you might want to start stacking some health as well, since now that Last Whisper is just rushed on Riven. But a lot of what Riven's doing here, and Nasus, you're wondering, like, what went wrong in this lane? If Riven's shoving your lane and you're farming under tower, that's fine. Just do that. Just be happy farming under tower. You're not losing this lane more than you're not letting Riven win. And that makes... It's a little weird in this sense, but Riven needs kills to really get ahead. She wants to get those items and just go all in like so. Up with her. Go for run. She's going to win Slash eventually.
Yeah, you're not going to win this one.
Nope.
Like, if you would have popped that ult at the beginning, I think you could have possibly won it. Because
got pretty close.
It does. Well, I mean, because, like, look how much health Riven has left.
Yeah.
Because that his ult does the damage over time in an AoE.
There's that anti-damage. And...
yeah, they just weren't going to be able to follow that up.
yeah. Unfortunately not. Like, York...
Ooh. Nice.
York has, his ganks are kind of eh. He doesn't have a whole lot to facilitate a gank. He needs a lot of good, strong CC early on. And unfortunately, what we just saw there is Tibbers wasn't enough for York to do much after that gank. There's a certain threshold when you're going in for a gank. If you really haven't gotten anything going to begin with, back off the gank.
Uh-huh.
Like, just, you've pushed them back good enough. You're not going to be able to do much after that, and going a little bit too deep causes situations like Lux to show up. And puts you out of position. And that's what turns good ganks into bad ganks, is showing up in the lane's one thing. Oh, that's going to be possibly Death Thresh.
Yep.
Point blank rocket, and now Twitch is in trouble.
Now you switch to your minigun. Once they get out of range of your minigun, you switch to
rockets.
Yeah, fish bones.
Yeah, fish bones.
It not only does it like let you get more damage out, try to get the kill, but it delays him from going invisible for 6 seconds.
Oh yeah, if Twitch is trying to go invisible, your first move is to just keep auto attacking him and keep damage on him. Doing that, oh hey, there's Sion behind you. You might want to deal with that first.
Yeah, Twitch.
Or just kill Twitch.
That's the problem there. Like, Sion kind of baited him into coming back out, but at the same time, you gotta know. Like, there's gonna be sometimes you just can't go back.
Yeah. If your jungler's making a questionable decision, like not grabbing the lantern or just ganking the lane, where your AD carry is already low, just let him go. You gotta let him go. Oh, you got Jinx finally. Good job.
Yeah, Zeros, yep.
1,
Kobe.
2, 3.
Oh, dang it. That was close. Alright, so... Yep, you could fight this one, Nasus.
Keep going in, I believe. There you go. And you're starting to see the swing. That's what you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, like, Riven did take 3 tower shots.
Well, you got to capitalize on foreplay.
Yep. Indeed.
Well.
Okay, good heal.
Tower dives. Now's not the time to be doing them. You don't have a Jinx there.
So Dragon is a minute and a half right now. Red team, you guys got the first one. You need to start warding now. So that includes taking that scuttler.
Yep.
Like right now. And you want to, like all around the area should be lit up with wards from Annie and from York. But you need to be talking to your team, communicating, hey guys, Dragon, 1.5 minutes, let's get ready for it. So everyone can say, okay, I need to ward, then back, then we can be ready for it and try to make a pick.
Yep, just type in a chat, Dragon, minute 30, and go get wards out. If you're a support or if you just got wards to use, get that vision control going, whether it's in the tri-brush, enemies jungle, you name it. Infinity Edge on Jinx. So, when you're playing in lane, you have to look at items and see who's got the better fight. Twitch has just got Zeal Berserker Greaves, as opposed to the completed Infinity Edge on Jinx. If you're blue team, you have to really respect the fact that Jinx can really turn around a fight to your benefit. And you can't pick a fight at this point. Thresh, you're just going to have to play safe for now. It's even a good catch. Hey, good job.
Yep. With how ahead Riven has been, I'm surprised she hasn't put a pink ward down. Like in any situation where you are shoving the lane as much as you are, a pink ward will last forever, give you free vision, and then make sure they don't have their own vision as well. So it leaves you fairly safe. So Nasus blows teleport already.
So you went down mid lane, couldn't find anything, and then you just teleported right up. Just
walk.
Just walk there, buddy. Like, and honestly, there wasn't really much to find with that gank in the first place. Your best bet was just to kind of just continue to deal with Riven and kind of keep her in place. Riven, unfortunately, now is a bigger threat roaming than she is anything else. Now that Xerath is top lane, this is gonna Xerath, you got too close to the sun. You may have wanted to not be close to that Riven. Yeah, it's still a 1-for-1 trade at the end of that. Oh!
Dragon! Yeah! Dragon!
Dragon with the assist saying no! Good job, Dragon.
Okay.
Long range auto attack, too. Look at that.
Out of mana. And he still has Flash Tibbers.
Yeah.
Don't attack that, Jinx. Alright, now Annie's gonna start to. You guys can't do Dragon.
Giant's way too tanky. Lux is too much. Well, they're all pretty low. Man, that Dragon's just angry today.
Yeah.
So, if you're red team at this point, there's a couple options. Get lanes pushing, go back to base, get some health, come back to Dragon. Nasus, keep shoving.
Nasus, keep shoving.
Just keep stacking that Q. Frozen Heart Rush, good. Oh, there's the ultimate. Red team is now doing a Dragon.
Oh.
Yeah, they backed off of that, so...
Yeah, Annie, yeah, keep doing that. Keep zoning people off.
Yeah, there you go. Just be a zone tool. You maybe
just
2 seconds. Yeah.
Don't go into this
That's
fight.
not
Red team.
Yeah, red team's in full. That was not the fight that they wanted. Like, when Dragon's down and you see your jungler or somebody trying to go in for steal and it's not successful, also the rest of the teams there, just back off, let them go. You gave up an additional kill for that at best. I mean, that could have turned out a lot worse. Dragon's an important objective on the map, but if you can't really contest it, don't put your resources elsewhere on the map. Hi, Tibbers.
Yep, like Riven.
Yep, just pushing top lane.
And yeah, able to get that second tower.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, another tower down.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
But red team does respond with their own 2
Blue
towers.
team's turret
Nice.
has been destroyed.
That's
Probably no. Riven used it too early.
Yep. A little too soon. Riven, you got no wards on the map. You need to get some vision out. Nass is at the point to where he's getting to be a little bit too hard for you to kill, and you're no longer getting anything from being in top lane. Yeah. You have to kind of address the fact that, number one, you're ahead in the lane. You have 182 CS at this point in time. You're really ahead. Take that gold and push it elsewhere on the map. Deal with Jinx, deal with Annie, deal with Xerath. Put pressure elsewhere on the map. Heading top now isn't going to yield you the same results as it did at minute 10. Nasus is at a point where he can just farm his Q and go toe-to-toe with you.
Well, Nasus isn't by himself, no. He
No,
only
not
has
by-
100 stacks. He's like at quarter power of what he could be.
It's true.
But yeah, I agree. Like, you're not going to be able to siege the inhibitor turret by yourself, especially if another person's there, like Nathis.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you can try to roam around the rest of the map, like, the mid turret, outer turret is still up.
Yeah, just get that. Like, get a good number of turrets, get some wards out, just completely start denying them the potential to deal with you. Yorick, you're in trouble.
The time for talk is over.
Yeah, Yorick, you're not in a situation to really duel Riven. Okay, Yorick, you have a jungling item, but you haven't upgraded the jungle enchant on the item. You gotta do that before you kind of start moving on to other items. You could have started second tier and then finished the jungling item, but not finishing it denies you a lot. Yeah, Xerath, you don't want to be anywhere near that Riven. She's far too much of a threat at this point. You're gonna need to send more than one.
There's no point for anyone to be around Dragon Pit right now.
Yep.
Blue team should be trying to go to mid tower.
Yep. Yeah, pressure mid. If they've got 3 people bot lane, fine. There's no tower for you guys, blue team. Just get mid. Get mid, and if you guys are pressuring mid, that allows Riven to push top a little safer, knowing that you guys are within meet-up range to help her out. Oof. Static Shiv Rush on Twitch. Okay.
It's especially on Twitch, Phantom Dancer is the better option
Yeah.
because you want that extra crit. Because you can actually get AoE crits on people, which if you get one AoE crit, that already makes up for the damage that you would have gotten from standing shield.
Yeah, and yeah, it's got a higher base crit, and it pairs very well with Blade of the Ruin King and other items, which is tend to build. Early upgraded Squaring Orb from Riven. Well, that's warded. And they figured it out. Like, oh, it's warded. But you guys are kind of hanging out in an area that you don't need to be at. In all honesty, it's not doing you any good.
I mean, you got 2 outer turrets still left. Just work on those. That opens up the map more than just trying to get weird wards out. Keep going on the turret. Keep going.
No, you gotta get the
Attack
turret.
the turret.
Oh!
Yeah, all you had to do was keep attacking the turret. It was going to die.
The tower's not immune to damage when it's being teleported on, so just destroy the tower. Like, how close are we talking about on this tower? Yeah, another couple seconds of beating on it, that would have been a very dead tower.
Oh, Soul Stealer for Lux.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost gold efficient already. But as soon as you die with it, it becomes, not very gold efficient.
Yeah, you are now you're rolling the dice, keyboard cat. If you can keep yourself safe from getting killed, then yay, the item's helping you. But if you start dying, then the item becomes not gold efficient.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, it's 1435 to get the Soul Stealer. It's 1600 to get a needlessly large rod.
Yep. Good hook. But I don't know if you wanted to follow that up. There is no follow-up. Good laser. There it is. There's that follow-up we've been looking for.
Good TP from Nasus.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this is where that Jinx damage is starting to come into effect. Dragon's now coming up, and Nasus just zoning. That's 2 members down. But we forgot about Riven. It's 2. 3. Oh, and Quadra's gonna be going over to Rivs. Yeah, there it is.
All champions eliminated.
So
Good team fight on red team's end. Unfortunately, forgot about Riven, and Riven showed up.
okay,
And
Riven
found
doesn't
Jinx.
want to get dragon. So Thresh is gonna die.
Thresh, trying to run. You can't. Thresh, no. Thresh, no.
It's gonna happen.
Thresh, no. You can't get dragon.
Oh wait!
no.
Yes! Oh baby! I saw it on the
quite
mini
well.
map.
Yeah.
They didn't get the dragon for like a wild turtle, but still, that was. I don't think they expected that.
You always gotta expect global ultimates. Ezreal, Jinx. Oh golly.
Yeah, Riven kind of killed you on that one.
Yeah.
That was a free dragon they could have gotten.
You're looking a little free.
Again, like, you guys are getting a Scuttle Crab where there's no dragon. And Twitch almost died from that. So, don't get Scuttle Crab when dragon's down. It's just a bad place to be, especially if you get caught as Twitch. You got super, super lucky, and you're going back on a ward. I don't know if you're aware of this. Oh, hey, Cyan's pressing R. Yeah, Twitch got to run again. Yeah, you guys don't have enough. Oh, there's the damage. Not quite enough to kill, but good enough. So, red team, you have 2 things to address. Number 1, you have a strong team fight. You have a very fed Jinx, who's got 2 items and is arguably doing a lot better than Twitch. That being said, Riven's doing really well for blue team, and if she makes it into the back line unabated, Jinx is not going to survive 2 seconds.
Yeah, and this is where Annie just needs to switch her focus from being aggressive to being really supportive.
Correct.
And yeah, exhausting, Tibber stun, whatever she needs to do to keep Jinx safe.
Also, there's Annie. There you go. But Riven's at a point now where she can duel anybody. She's got 3 items now, working on another one. Most likely, I think Yomu's. Nasus can't fight her anymore.
No.
Riven got too far ahead. That Quadra definitely didn't help. So, you guys are definitely going to start picking really, really smart fights. Like, you can't just run at Riven now. If Nasus can't, nobody can. I think it'd almost be in their best interest just for Riven to group with team and just start sieging down objectives.
Yeah, because just shoving top is not really the best, unless you know that the rest of the team isn't there.
Yeah. Gotta start working on that. Like, there's not much. Like, Annie looks like to be the biggest threat to stopping Riven from doing her nonsense. So, as red team, you gotta group and either force Riven to you guys, pick her out of the team fight. Because once Riven's gone out of this team fight, it's just Lux and Twitch. And Twitch just now completed IE. He's not going to be doing as much damage as Jinx at this point. Because she's got the Phantom Dancer and just scales better off of those items by default. So, red team, just focus Riven. That's kill target number 1. Priority 2 would be protecting Jinx. So, if you can manage both of those here the next couple team fights, do it. So, if you guys are dealing with a situation where like there's a super fed top laner, get wards out in that part of the jungle, and be wary of the fact that Riven can just show up.
Yeah,
But that's just kind
obviously can't just send one person to deal with her anymore.
Yep. Yeah. Ooh, that's a very dangerous. Yeah, that was a very dangerous walkway into the enemy team. You guys, or Jinx, got incredibly lucky that she didn't get blown up. Riven causing some pressure. This siege is gonna be rough, but this is the smart move for blue team. They're effectively splitting up red team, and Xerath can't defend, and Jinx can't defend this tower all by themselves. And it's forcing a lot of movement here. So good job. Just using that gold lead to your advantage. If Riven's that fed to where they send 2 to 3 people, take out their objectives.
Alright, let's see Riven fight off 4 people.
Oh, yeah, well.
There we go.
So, that's what you get for BM. The rest of the team shows up and says, no, you're done.
So, Dragon 1 minute. I don't know.
Riven will be up for it.
Yeah.
So, can they contest it? If red team's able to get some deep wards out and they know where Riven is at all times, there's potential here. They grouped together as a team and were able to get that get the problem that was Riven down. And that's good. That's the answer you guys need. If Riven's playing aggressively stupid, not warding out, just show up and kill her. And just make sure that you keep your distance away from Riven, because she has to close the gap to do the damage. So respect that distance, and you should be able to deal with the Riven. Well, that's not the person you want to see die. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, being all by yourself, even as Scion, can be dangerous. Okay, there's Riven. Nasus is going to just zone. That's good. This is going to give Red Team Dragon. That... Or... Okay.
Yep.
Good job. That's exactly what you guys need to do. Pick somebody out of position and capitalize on it. And that's what that ward coverage does for you. If you look at this map right now, there is red wards all around the opposite end of this dragon pit, in the dragon pit, and blue team's got nothing. So, good job, guys. That was smart play. Jinx, you gotta be incredibly careful. You don't have escapes, and if you get caught by a hook, you are dead. This is a 5v5.
Oh, Twitch just have to go back right now.
Yeah. Twitch is gonna go back. They really can't siege this all too well. Lux is good against siege, much like Xerath. In similar instances.
Yeah.
So sticking here isn't going to do a whole lot of good. Nasus could have gone top at this point. And at the very least, drew Riven away, which arguably is the biggest threat that blue team has right now. Yeah, there goes Riven top. Bottom wave is shoving. So red team already got some good wards out. Well, that's a wall.
This is good. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, get it. Riven's top. They saw that and they started rotating bot. That's good play, guys. Noticing the minion wave pushing. York's caught. This might be a dead York. Maybe, possibly. Not quite. But now they're in trouble. Let's just burn a lot. Press R. Yeah, since you're going to press R. Annie.
I mean, they had the right idea to be going bot.
Okay. Okay, so what happened is half the team went, the other half of the team kind of tried to zone and control and then got caught. And what that yielded, unfortunately, was a split decision on red team. You guys didn't move as a group, and that caused that to happen. So you guys had the right idea in mind, but unfortunately, because you guys were split in how you moved around the map, a lot of you guys got caught and picked a fight that you were down 2 people on. And it's going to mean an inhibitor tower, unfortunately. Oh, there's a hook. That's going to be a dead Jinx. Yep, 1 hook. That's all it takes. It's going to be a dead inhibitor. If you guys don't... It was just Xerath and Jinx. At that point, just don't worry about defending that inhib. You got to let it go. You aren't going to have the ability to stop Riven at this point.
Let's see, where's our dog at? 170.
Yeah, he hasn't been farming much at all, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, we'll get some stacks up there now. But yeah, that's really hard. That's why like stacking is imperative on Nasus. If you can't get him on top against Riven, either call someone else up or you just have to leave.
Yeah.
Because just staying there, just getting harassed and dying is not helping.
Yeah, unfortunately, Xerath's not able to really dent Riven at this point. He's only a couple items in, and Riven's got a GA.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Riven could have gone. I'd sell the Yomus for Hex Tech.
Hextricker?
Hextricker. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Very good.
Maw Mortius, I guess it would be.
Ma wouldn't have been a bad pickup here. This build kind of gives her close to max CDR,
Yeah.
and that's really important for Riven players. That's going to be a Baron. Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, you guys might be in trouble now. Something to note, Nasus, too, with your build path and itemization, you built nothing but armor and health, and when you walk into Lux, in particular, in this composition, you are going to take damage. So, Frozen Heart, Sunfire Cape, not bad pickups here. I would have almost said get health and then some MR. Like Spirit Visage would have done you some work here in this game, because Lux just kind of just deleted your effect. But it looks like this is going to be GG here, though. Anyways, they're shoving in Riven's unbelievably huge.
Yep. So it looks like that'll be game 3 for Bronze Boot Camp here this morning. Thanks everyone for playing. I really appreciate you guys coming to play, coming to watch the stream and commenting. The VODs will be up later today, so make sure you go and watch those. That's the whole point of doing this sort of thing. You can check them out on Twitch or on YouTube. They'll be up. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Thanks everybody.